guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekly vlog. So today is Saturday. I've got no idea what day of the month it is. Today is Saturday the 29th of January. I can't believe that January is over on Monday. I just find it slightly mind-boggling. I feel like January has simultaneously been the longest and shortest month of my life. My hair is slightly nuts today. I had a shower, well, I had a bath actually yesterday and forgot to use my frizzy serum, and so my hair is just like, I have a very exciting Cult Beauty order arriving, which I am way too excited about, and yeah, it's gonna be a really great week if only I can get control. Welcome to another weekly vlog, and let's roll on another week. Johnny in life, I'll tell you my sons. Stings on the front of my left side frame. Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know. So we've had such, I'm just gonna close the door. We've had such a lovely Saturday morning. I sat outside and soaked up some sun and read my book. We've like scrubbed the entire flat. As I mentioned in last week's vlog, I'm gonna do what I've spent over this week. Currently I've not left the house, so currently I've incurred zero cost. And the Cult Beauty haul that's arriving today, I did yesterday, so I'm not gonna count that. Although we do need to buy some food, and I do need to head out to Tesco to take the soft plastics to recycling. So you're about to run out of battery. I'll leave you here to charge, and I'll see you guys in a moment. So I've ordered off of Cult Beauty more times than I could care to admit to. This is the first time they've tried to deliver a package with a company called Pack, who seemingly have no way of getting in contact with them. They don't have Twitter, they don't have an email, they don't have a phone number. Their website doesn't really work. And I've been home pretty much all day waiting for this freaking package. I'm not on the ground floor, so I can't just like run out. I saw the guy come up to the gate, look at it for 3 seconds, and then drive off. And then it says, your package can't be delivered, they'll try again tomorrow. Like, I've literally been here. If I wasn't here, because when I popped out to Tesco, Alex was here. There is someone who's been in this flat all day. So I don't understand what's going to change tomorrow. And now doesn't it mean tomorrow I have to sit in here and wait all day? On their email it says you can select a delivery slot, but then you click on it and it takes you to a 404 page. They didn't even attempt to deliver the package. I was so excited. That was that. Let's, I guess, move on. Alex has gone to buy some food. I bought some Mange 2 and some snap peas from Co-op earlier. They came to a grand total of £2.10. So I guess that is our first expense for the week. The food payments I obviously split with Alex, so I only had to pay half of that. That's all I've bought so far, because I've been sat in this house waiting for a package that didn't even arrive. So we've got milk, double cream, 4 loose onions, a pack of Milky Bar smooth and creamy white chocolate desserts, some parsnips, potatoes, God, this must have weighed a ton, vegetable oil, cheese, and a whole chicken. £13.10. Oh my god. It looks a little bit like, you know, when you treacle sponge like in the microwave as like the cheat hack. Looks a bit like that. Good morning guys. I thought I would start this time rotated round. I feel like I never film like in a mirror and I don't know why. I'm up, I'm dressed, I'm repeating outfits perfectly as to what I wore yesterday because I didn't leave my house yesterday as I waited for a parcel that didn't arrive. But this is what I'm wearing. I don't think I mentioned what I was wearing yesterday, but just to give you guys a little bit of info. So this top is from H&M. I have had this top since I was a student at school, so not even university. school. So I've had this top for way too long, but I really, really like it. It's kind of suited me in every stage of my life. So I'm gonna keep it for a very, very long time. But yeah, that's where this top is from. And these jeans are from TK Maxx. And then I've got my Majuri necklace on, which I wear pretty much every single day. This was gifted, but I just haven't really taken it off since I got it. So this is what we're looking like today. I thought I would just give you a quick update on today's palette. So we're continuing on with the palette theme, and today I used my Dear Dahlia Timeless Bloom Collection eyeshadow palette. This was gifted to me. I find the colour selection here a little bit odd, but the shimmers are out of this world, stunning, beautiful, like so pigmented on the first application. Just close a bit more. They're gorgeous, but this palette really lacks a good selection of matte shades. I feel like it's basically all shimmers. And then my lipstick is a L'Oreal lipstick. So it is the L'Oreal Colour Riche Shine in 350 in Sensation. I find these lipsticks really messy. I have one of the really similar ones. This is Pitaya Plump. I find them a little bit messy, but they are gorgeous. They are glossy, they're really comfortable. They make your lips look and feel so healthy. So yeah, we're having a weird day at home while I wait and see what happens with our parcel, but who knows. So let's roll on a very sunny, a very warm Sunday. Right, we need to bring face masks in case we go anywhere. Have you got your keys? Because I haven't got mine. I love how you're perfectly hiding behind me. Now this is the highlight of our building. Oh, he's not going to come help, I see. Do you know why they've got...
No, it's just a reminder of death.
Oh, cheerful.
Oh yeah.
So it's now Sunday evening. Had a really chill Sunday. I did manage to leave the house to go for a walk. The package still hasn't arrived, so don't know what's going on there. But to give Cult Beauty their dues, I'm pretty sure it's called Pack. Yeah, Pack, who are screwing up the delivery process, but Cult Beauty have been really, really sweet. In about an hour is when it was out for delivery yesterday, so I'm assuming it'll be a similar-ish time today. So fingers crossed it arrives, but who really knows? Let's just wait and see. So in terms of things today, we spent £19.89 at McDonald's. And then we bought some dishwasher tablets for £5.80. So that is today's payments. But I need to clean these because look, these are filthy. Let's do a little makeup brush wash because they're all pretty grim. It arrived. Here's a little sneak peek. Little boop, peek. But yeah, it arrived. Finally, so happy. So this is how the skincare cupboard's now looking. It's pretty well stocked. I feel like I need to actually start using some of it. So we've got perfumes up here. Then we've got face washes in here. I can't wait to try some of them. I love the Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. It's amazing. We've got some body moisturizers down here. This is serums and oils, which is slightly getting out of hand. So let's just push that back there. Hair stuff. This is more like tools, but also things like this is the brush that I put on my face mask with. Toners and eye creams. This is like face moisturizers, which is a little nuts. I've basically, a few brands have reached out asking if I want to try PR recently, and I've said no because of this and mainly this. These are shower gels. We've got face masks in here, both sheet masks, overnight masks and others. And then we've got bath stuff, kind of really tall hair things that don't fit in this space here. This is the hair serum, but a backup. And then this is a body moisturizer. that wouldn't fit in there. And then here, this is kind of more summer stuff. So this is After Sun sunscreen. I've got fake tan even though I've never used it. And then hand soap, hand wash and hand cream. Alex's stuff. So all stocked up, but I feel like I need to start working my way through it. Otherwise, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Close the door on that. We are heading out to the pub for a quiz. I'm just going to top up makeup. I will probably not speak to you now until tomorrow, but I am so happy and relieved that my parcel's turned up. Oh my god, isn't this the most satisfying thing in the world? Perfectly clean brushes. So I washed all of my eye brushes and all of my face brushes, so everything is just perfectly clean. Good morning and welcome to Monday. Oh, where's that? Literally the sunlight in this flat is getting a little bit ridiculous. So today is Monday. The only kind of new things that I used today is the Honest Beauty blush, which I feel like, as stunning as it was, got covered up really easily by my powder. So this is mainly this blush, which is the Wonder Beauty Trip for Two blush and duo. It's more this blush than it is this one. So I think I might need to be a little bit bolder, because for one reason or another this isn't popping past my face powder, but really easy to use, a really easy texture, and it is a beautiful colour. And then I used this, which is the NARS Afterglow Lip Balm in the shade Dolce Vita, which I absolutely love. On first impressions, I love it. It's like a tinted lip balm. So it looks like I'm not wearing lipstick at all, but it gives like a really lovely colour, and it's just, I really like it. So on continuing on the what we've spent this week front, last night we went to the pub and we took part in a quiz, which we alternate who pays for it, so Max paid for it this week, but we did buy 3 rounds of drinks. And apparently 2 drinks in Zone 2 London is £12.20. So we bought 3 rounds, which came to the cost of £36.60. Obviously, I only have to cover like half of that, so £18.30, which is ridiculous for 3 pints of Aspels, but let's not go there. I've completely lost track of how much I've spent already. I'm gonna have to watch this video back and make notes of it. But I mean, it's a pretty standard weekend for us. Normally we have like 1 meal out, or like 1 meal takeaway, or a lunch in a cafe. We very rarely have like all 6 meals at home at the weekend, which I appreciate, puts us in quite a lucky situation. But like, we pay this extortionate amount of rent to live in central London, so we might as well enjoy living in central London, otherwise what is the point? Yeah, we do probably spend more on like lunches and theatre tickets and things like that than we probably should. Who's counting apart from me? And as long as I can still pay my bills, put a bit of money away each month, that's all that really matters. So I mean, it is one of the most delightful January days I've remembered in a long time. Like, it's sunny, it's warm, it's bright, it's dry, it's a perfect day. It looks like our tickets for this evening are gonna get confirmed. So I will probably head into the office at lunchtime, partly because it's off-peak travel, and partly because I just like working in the office, and my assistant's heading into the office as well this afternoon, so it'll be good to get some face-to-face time on a Monday when kind of reporting and stuff like that happens. I am thriving on this weather. My mood and the weather is so intrinsically, what's that word? It's so linked, my mood and the weather, and so yeah, I am feeling fabulous. Time to head in. Let's go to the office. I've sorted out the lighting in here so that I can film sort of in the evening in the living room. Today is now Tuesday. So last night I went to the theatre to see Moulin Rouge. It was nuts, incredible, I loved it. The set and the production value of that show is insane, which I feel like is a very arts industry thing to say, but like the upfront cost of that show, I spent £2.70 on travel because I was travelling off peak. The main expense of yesterday were drinks in the theatre. So Moulin Rouge is at the Piccadilly Theatre, which is a really expensive theatre. We spent £21.40 on 2 glasses of wine. They were comp tickets, so I guess that's my way of paying the theatre back for my tickets. But yeah, they were £21.40 for our 2 glasses of wine. We also bought food before from Leon's, so that was £15.40 there. So they were my payments yesterday. I had a drink, I ate some food, and I travelled. And today, the only costs I have incurred are the train fare to and from work, which is only £6. I brought lunch with me. I've come home and eaten pancakes because tomorrow is the French pancake day, which means I get 2 pancake days. I get the French one and I get the British one in like a month's time. It's now Wednesday. I'm in pretty much the exact same position as yesterday. I've literally spent £6 getting to work and getting home from work, and that's it. And £6 I have to spend unless I want to walk for like 2 hours. I'll check in with you guys when I have something significantly more interesting to say. Oh my god, I've started watching Snowpiercer on Netflix, which I feel like I'm a little bit behind considering the first season came out in 2020. And it is so good. Can't remember if I mentioned it on here or not, but I've been watching the OA on Netflix. Ugh. And it's, you know, a similar-ish vibe in the fact that they're both sci-fis. And I just can't get into it. I feel like, I don't know why, I just can't follow it, nor do I particularly want to. And like, I've stuck through all the seasons of Riverdale. That is a commitment. But yeah, Snowpiercer is amazing. I am really loving it. I feel like it's such a cool concept. I mean, I know it's obviously based off of a book, and so the book, and I think there's a film as well, came first, and obviously that's where the story comes from. But it is so cool. So basically, if you haven't seen it or heard about it, it's set in 2026, which is slightly terrifying. It's basically the Earth overheats, and scientists tried to cool it down. In the process, they cooled it down too much, and so the world was like, it's like minus 150 degrees or something to that effect. So a rich billionaire built a train that travels around the Earth, and it's basically where the rest, like the remaining elements of humanity are. And it's split into 4 classes, and it's basically focuses around a murder that happens, and someone in the 3rd class is murdered and they try and work out who it is, and in the process like the classes get all a bit riled up. It's so good. I love it. I'm obsessed. I'm working my way very much through the Cetaphil Day and Night Cream, which I'm really not far off finishing this tube, which is an achievement. I give myself a little pat on the back. So yeah, I spent the day or the evening watching the first 5 episodes of Snowpiercer, which feels like quite a commitment, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. And I am gonna head off to sleep, so I will speak to you guys tomorrow. So today is now Friday, which means it's the end of the weekly vlog. It's also the end of this little challenge I've been doing. I've got obviously yesterday's expenses and today's expenses to finish off, and then I'm gonna wrap the video up with the kind of monthly expenses, which I have adjusted so that they're also like weekly, so that it's all like weekly costs, and then do a summary, and then I'm gonna sign off the vlog here and finish it here because I've got some nice weekend plans. I will obviously let you guys know what they are in next week's vlog, but yeah, I thought I'd finish it all off. So yesterday I travelled to work, to a meeting, back to work and back home. So my travel was a little bit more. It was £7.20, which I think that's the new daily cap for zone 1 and 2. I'm not really sure. I've lost track of everything. But that was my travel to get me to work and to meetings. And then Alex and I had a Domino's. We had a Domino's for dinner, and so the shared cost of that was £24.62, of which I obviously only incurred £12.31 of. And then today I work from home, so I haven't left my flat, but I have had to buy train tickets for another reason. So they were £42.80. Can we just like talk for a second about how freaking expensive National Rail is? Like travelling on a train outside London, £42.80. I'm not even going that far. So they are the last expenses of the week. Obviously I have costs for the month. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much we spend on rent, but I did Google average rent for a 1-bed flat in Greenwich, and apparently it's £1,350 a month. I feel like it's a little bit higher than that at the moment because of the whole like post-pandemic rush to move back into London again. But I'm just going to use the average that I Googled, which is £1,350 a month, of which obviously my share will then be £675 a month. Council tax for a building or a flat like this is £184 a month, of which my share is £92. Water is £20 a month, and water is actually not too bad, which my share is a tenner. Hot water, because we have the building has like a supply of hot water that you like pull yours from, so we have to pay our hot water separately. I've had that in both of my flats, the one I lived in Croydon, the one I live here. So that's £19 a month. Obviously my share is £9.50. Electricity, ours is actually due to go up soon, but I don't know what it's due to go up to. At the moment it's £38 a month, but I think it is going up to like near 50. If you don't know, electricity costs have just like skyrocketed like no tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know what our new cost will be, but it's historically been £38 a month. What I put into like monthly expenses that you kind of have to pay for, it isn't actually legally you have to pay for it, but if you watch TV you do. The TV licence here in the UK is £26.50. So the monthly cost that I have to pay in which to live, my share of them is £805.50. Obviously double that if you're living by yourself. So by a week that is £188.94. Scary, but that's how much it costs me to have a roof over my head in central London. And then monthly expenses that are more a kind of personal choice. I would argue some of these are essential, like phone and internet, but these are, you know, you can shop around, they don't have to cost this much. Like there is a lot more flexibility with what I class as monthly expenses that are non-essential. So phone, I have my phone bought outright, so it's only £10 a month. Pure Gym is £30 a month. I don't pay for the internet. Alex and I have a really weird setup on this. He pays for the internet, but for FYI, it's £31.99 a month. And then I pay for the subscription services that we use, which kind of adds up to a similar amount of money. Now TV is £11.99 because I have Now TV Entertainment and Now TV Movies. Netflix is £9.99, although I think it's going up soon. Disney Plus, I actually have an account with my brother, so he pays for because he steals my Netflix. And Apple Music is £9.99 a month. And so when you add all those up, they are £71.97. Divided by week, it's £16.61, which actually I don't think it's too bad for a million streaming services. I have a gym membership, I have a phone contract, and I don't pay for the internet, but that is kind of weirdly included in that if you think about it. They are my like monthly costs that just kind of keep recurring. There are a few like yearly costs, like I have a blog that has like a fee that I have to pay to host that blog. There's like a few costs like that that kind of come and go, but they are my like recurring monthly costs. The only cost that's not in this week, and probably won't be in a week for a little while now, is HelloFresh. Sometimes we buy it, sometimes we don't. We're currently on a bit of a break. It's been a relatively quiet week in terms of like large scale purchases. We've obviously just moved, so I've had quite a lot of purchases, especially in like December, of furniture, of presents. I have a lot of birthdays in January, which I bought kind of earlier in the month. We need to buy like balcony furniture, so that's gonna have to come out of like probably this month's paycheck at some point. So this isn't like every single bit of money that I would spend in a month, but it gives you an idea of how much it costs to kind of like live a life in London. So I would kind of add on a little bit of extra money for like little treats here or there. If you top everything up for the entire week, this week, including travel, eating out, takeaways, I don't remember what else I've done this week, and my actual like bills, we are looking at £339.71 for this week. Obviously this doesn't include, as I said, those large purchases. Also doesn't include money I put away for savings, but that I feel like gives you a fairly decent overview of how much it costs to live in London. And do I regret it? Not at all. I actually love living here. I love how much there is to do. I love how much there is like on my doorstep constantly. I love that like anywhere in London is weirdly like half an hour away. I love that my job is here, that the industry I work in is here. And I obviously appreciate that all those things are also in the rest of the country. But I love living in London. Yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little insight into what I spend, what I get up to. It's also obviously like a standard weekly vlog. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and click subscribe. And I will obviously see you guys in my next video. Bye!